if a humiliation ritual was a graph, it would probably be this, boys. The marathon situation is not just bad, it's not even terrible. It is a complete collapse. The newest development, what just happened with Marathon, probably is the most ridiculously humiliating thing in Bungie's history. And I'm not kidding. What they just attempted and how poorly they failed is just next level. And you know what else is next level? Not talking about my haircut. Boys, the haircut is absolutely perfect. It's luscious. It's extraordinary. Ruby Rose has nothing on it. Relax. Let's just keep it civil here, okay? I will not fall for the gaslighting. There's nothing wrong with my haircut. Nothing. In any case, as you can see, Marathon is firmly below 10k. And people don't care so much that even I don't make videos about it anymore. Marathon was on its way to the next peak of literally no one asked 5k. And the situation is wild. If we look at the graphs here, it suddenly just has these two magical peaks out of nowhere. The graph just changes for no reason. It is wild. But you know what's not changing? This. This is probably the most pathetic thing about Marathon so far. That it just shot up to not even 15k players, 14.8. And it's probably gonna drop now. Because when you know what's happening here, why this is happening, this whole situation just gets so much more unbelievably pathetic. Yes, because everything involving Marathon is pathetic by nature, I guess, at this point. So yeah, do you want to know the context of this? Do you want to know why this is an absolute humiliation, okay? This is Marathon's big new patch, and even more. Marathon literally went fucking all out with this one, and they couldn't even get 15k players. Their free week, literal free week, got 40k players with the season 2 announcement. And now this, listen, they threw everything they had on this one. Honestly, maybe they got one more in them, but after that, I think they're done, because I'll give you context to how hard they tried to make this a big deal, okay? I'll give you the full context of how hard they tried. We recently talked about the PvE mode, the new thing that's happening. The Vault Breaker is Marathon's first experience PvE mode, set in the Cryo Archive. Play as a crew, duo, or solo, no enemy players. Power up across runs and with roguelike progressions to overcome blah 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 hordes, vault security measures, and even compiler. Ooh. Available July 21st. Let's see what month it is currently. As a YouTuber, this is unironic. July! It's the second day. Until August 4th. This is their new massive way of playing the game. And it didn't even reach 15k players. That is just sad. That is just sad. Again, this was season 2 and free week at the same time, but it reached way more players. This one is 1/3 of how good things were here, and that is pathetic. This is not what you want to see. But wait, it actually gets even more humiliating. Again, the humiliation for Marathon with this one just does not stop. It's actually crazy how they managed to pull this one off. We have this. Pirate Nation reports some Marathon players are organizing a community event called Marathon Revival Week. That's right, boys. We're gonna revive something that was never alive to begin with. Necromancy is a blessing, which will take place from July 21st to July 28th. So, not even the full duration of the experimental PvE mode. That's, by the way, gonna be literally ripped after August 4th. Yes, they're not even letting you keep this shit. They're not even letting you keep this shit. But The marathon revitalization event is so fucking poor that they're not even trying to attempt to go until August 4th. They know they're not gonna succeed. They know they're gonna fail, so they're not even gonna attempt that. So it's gonna be like, okay, boys, we're maybe gonna do 7 days. So, a new expansion. And a literally probably Reddit tier garbage Discord type of fucking event where everyone's supposed to blog back into Marathon and experience the good old days. What good old days? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the game's been garbage from release, except Shroud. He thinks it's good. But then again, Shroud is a good game. So there you go. In any case, it is pretty funny. It is pretty funny with all of the things happening. So, the event, the new PvE mode, and the community event, and this is what you got. This is what you got. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely nothing. The idea is simple. Invite friends to try the game. Wait, so they invite friends to lose what, $50 or however much Marathon was costed? That's great event idea, guys. This is why Marathon fails, because you're a bunch of idiots. Help new players get started and leave a review if you enjoyed the game. They're desperate. The community hopes these small actions will help bring more players to Marathon. The organizers say it isn't because they think the game's dead. The cope! The absolute cope! Guys, don't worry. Don't worry. The game's not dead. You can't. It's just, everything about Marathon is just absolute levels of pathetic, by the way, at this point. It is just kind of crazy. It is just kind of crazy. They see it as a community-driven effort to grow the player. Why would you need to grow the player base if the game's not dead? I don't get this. And give the game a boost. Don't laugh. You can't. Man, Marathon is truly the greatest humiliation ritual of our time. Also, you know, this is a post from July 1st, but boys, listen. If you want, you can play Marathon and you can buy this, whatever the fuck this is supposed to be, for just $10, okay? You get to buy the garbage game for like 50, 60 or whatever it was, and then you get to buy this dumpster fire disaster of they dems for $10 more if you feel like it. Ain't that a great deal? Yes, these are the microtransactions of this game. My God. My God, is it bad. It is just, wow. They actually, if you paid me $10 to take this, but I had to tell people that I have this, I would probably refuse $10 for free. This is how bad this is. But you want people to pay you for this? That's insanity. That's pure insanity. Unadulterated insanity. And also, we had the fact that the Marathon game director, Zozer, is leaving Bungie. This is the guy. I mean, Lamau. An Asmongold post. Asmongold, great guy, friend of the channel, obviously. This is a PPP po, man, with the McDonald's hat. It's very great, very lovely. Okay, it is what it is. Everyone loves it. And yes, and by the way, if you're wondering what the compiler is, it's this. You have a whole PvE mode dedicated to kill this. It doesn't transform. It doesn't do anything. This is it. This is the Grand PvE Challenge. Have fun. You won't. Yes, the encounter is, by the way, super ass as far as I understand. Like, on an ironical level, the people who made the people who made Destiny, and Destiny, by the way, is still absolutely eclipsing them in player numbers. Like, look at this. Marathon's not even gonna last a week to try and rally the troops, but Destiny 2 has been doing actually pretty good for a very long time at this point. It's been been almost, what, 2 months? Yeah, it's been almost 2 months. That's fucking wild, bruh. Well, actually, it's like month and 10 days, but who cares? Then we have actual successful games like, for example, Palworld. You see this. It's not hard to make a good game. You just need to try to make a good game, but instead you make this. Some kind of, like, Marathon is never going to succeed, and Bungie is never going to be a good company, because you need to understand that these people they don't understand that this is bad. They don't. Not a single person working on Marathon at the end of the day understands that this is unappealing. Having 35 different fucking fonts in the game is not cool and lamau, so punk rock, or whatever you want to call it. It's just annoying and frustrating. And not a single person working on Marathon understands this. They are all unironically probably thinking that, whoa, instead of a nose ring, it's a nose square. Whoa. Yes. 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 This is how bad it is. I personally like it. I enjoy it. I do think it's a positive thing when bad things happen to bad stuff. And Marathon's disaster is just more proof that, well, game developers should probably listen to the people who give them money. Or they could just, start doing crypto rug pulls or something like that. Honestly, who knows? In any case, Bungie's honestly never gonna learn. It's not like they're gonna suddenly start listening to the fans. They literally had a decade to do so. And instead of a decade to do so, we got fucking Lightfall, Lamau. Yeah, instead of listening, we got Lightfall. What a time to be alive, boys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.